Hello, welcome to Healing with podcast. I am Marissa McDevitt, your host, mindset coach, mentor, and founder of Healing Center. Tired of all the BS? So was I. This podcast is my raw, unfiltered take on life, sharing my personal experiences, lessons, and healing practices that helped me break free from the cycles that no longer serve me. I'm just an average woman who decided to stop settling and start speaking up. Here we dive deep into the messy, beautiful, and sometimes painful realities of life, business, and relationships. No fluff, no judgment, just real talk, real growth, and real transformation. This is a safe space for anyone, women, men, and all the beauties in between. So who's ready to raise their standards, heal, and step into their power? Let's learn, grow, and evolve together. Now tune in and let's talk about it. Welcome back. This episode, we're going to be talking about watering your garden and how growth really happens. Because growth doesn't happen the day you plant the seed. It happens in the quiet moments when no one is watching. When you show up and water your garden anyway. Growth, patience, self-responsibility, and compassion is what is going to be talked about in this episode. Watering your garden. How growth really happens. This episode was inspired when I was tending my gardens. Okay, I've had garden for a couple of years, and I'm really learning how gardening works. How difficult it is. This seems pretty easy on paper, on Pinterest, on YouTube, but honestly, it's a lot of work to have a garden bed, and we only have 3 garden beds and a couple of fruit trees and all the things, but props to people who own farmland and multiple garden beds because it is not easy. But the cool thing is this episode came from me preparing my garden beds, literally planting seeds in my garden beds, learning to check on my garden every single day. And I realized that we must water our garden too. I'm like, doing this gardening thing is literally life. Seeds can be planted, which are ideas, dreams, intentions, but it's our responsibility to take action and tend to what we want to grow. That's what hit me as I was working on my garden these last couple weeks. So we'll start by the seed. The seed to me represented ideas, dreams, healing intentions, personal growth. But planting the seeds isn't enough. We have to take action for them to grow. So once a seed sprouts, you can't stop. You have to tend to it every single day. You have to tend to it before the seed sprouts. Hoping that the seed sprouts. So many ideas, so many dreams and intentions I've had over the last few years, and only a few have sprouted. And it was my job to tend those little sprouts to keep them growing. For example, my podcast. After so much crap has happened to me over the years, I've been saying it, for multiple years, not multiple years, but I've been saying it man, I need to start a podcast or I need to have a reality TV show just for my life because it's so bizarre. And I know other people are going through this too. I gotta talk about it. And also, it helps me release all my stuff that's stored inside as well. So thanks for listening. But the point is, you have a thought, you have an idea, you plant the seed, you cover it, you water it. You have to have sunlight. You have to keep out and go into your garden, making sure it's watered, making sure the birds aren't eating it. So remember, once you have, so here's another thing too. If you get an idea, the universe is telling you you're receiving that idea because you are capable of achieving that idea. Doesn't matter how big or small, you are capable of achieving that idea. Now there's a million steps in between you plant the idea and you planting the seed, because then you have to tend to it. Things have to align in the universe. Your frequency has to rise, right? Because you could say, oh, I have an idea of, I want to be a millionaire. Plant the seed, but then you do no action to become a millionaire. So it's not going to happen. You haven't raised your frequency. You haven't even taken action to become a millionaire. Today, I'm going to give you 5 ways to water your garden. And one is consistent action. Daily watering. So small daily actions matter. Even when nothing seems to be happening, they matter. Growth happens underground first. Wow. That is so true. You don't water once and walk away. Your life is the same way as the garden bed. If you go and you water once, that is never going to sprout. You have to have consistency and action. Small steps. I teach this in my programs. 3 actionable steps. We do it the night before. We do it the morning of. I love checklists. Everybody knows I love checklists. You have to have priorities. All the fun things. 2, you need to protect your energy. Just like you need to protect your garden. So what we do is we put baskets over our little sprouts that pop up so the birds don't eat them, because I've had the birds eat our plants. I had this season a couple months ago, caterpillars, these like hummingbird moth caterpillars eat half of my garden in a couple hours because I check it every morning, and I was just out there checking it, and I came back out for lunch and half my garden was gone. And I'm like, what the heck? And I look down and it's 5. I don't know where they came from. Hummingbird moths ate my garden. They're called horned caterpillars or something. I don't know. Hookworm? No. Hornworm? Whatever. Anyways, they're intense and they're huge, okay? They were like 3 to 4 inches thick. And I just put on a glove and I cut because they already ate half my shit. So I'm like, you might as well just keep it. I cut everything they were chewing on. My peppers, my eggplants, everything. The leaves, gone. Put them all in a basket, and then I threw them over the wall in the desert into some clovers and some other like big bushy green stuff. And I said, let the universe decide if you survive. People like, I read on, because I had to Google this, and they were saying, oh, throw them to the ants. Like, ew. No. First off, my backyard better not have it. Protecting your energy. Oh, like removing the bugs from your garden. So back at it. Last season, we had kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, carrots, cauliflower, all ready to be harvested and just demolished by aphids. So I learned what aphids were. So pretty much anything can kill your garden, which is why you must protect it. So bugs, all right, they equal negative self-talk to yourself, distractions, or draining relationships. So learning to protect your space, setting boundaries as a part of self-respect. So again, not everyone gets access to your garden. You have to protect your energy when you're in the time of blooming. Okay, quick pause right here because I'm so excited to share with you. I'm officially announcing my first ever 6-month soul alignment group coaching program. And yes, it's actually happening. This is an online conscious coaching community designed for those who are ready to truly water their garden, commit to their healing, and step fully into their next level. Inside this container, you'll receive 2 live group coaching calls each month, 1 private one-on-one session with me to go deeper into your personal journey, weekly divine assignments to keep you engaged, aligned, and actually taking action toward your goals, not just talking about them. This is about accountability, embodiment, and momentum. And because healing should also be fun and expansive, there are opportunities to win prizes, plus some powerful bonuses included. Let me say this again. The bonuses alone are incredible. Bonus 1, a QHHT session. Yes, a past life regression experience I'm beyond excited to offer. Second bonus, a somatic breathwork ceremony to move energy and release what no longer serves you. Third bonus, an in-person or virtual Reiki session. And fourth, of course, exclusive discounts on any future retreats and workshops to come in 2026. This is conscious coaching, where traditional coaching meets spiritual coaching, where mindset, energy, healing, and action come together. 2026 is the year to go all in on you. And why not begin that journey surrounded by like-minded, soul-aligned community that truly supports your growth? So right now, pre-registration is open. We begin February 9th, 2026. So don't wait. If you feel the pull, this container is very intentional. It's intimate and it's powerful. So if you feel that, the link will be in the show notes. Register for the Soul Alignment Program, February 9th, 2026. All right, let's get back to the episode. Number 3, patience and trust. Timing of growth. It takes a lot of time and patience to watch your garden grow. Doesn't happen in a week unless you have like those instant plants or something. I don't know. But wow, isn't it a journey to watch them? You plant a seed, you hope that they come up. Because I'm old school, I don't do any of this new stuff that they do. It's like I just like put a hole in the ground, put the seed in, water it. If it shows up, it shows up. And they did. They showed up. But it takes time. It takes like 2 months for them to be ready to harvest. And it's so fun going out there and seeing everything. But that's how life is. That's how your ideas and your dreams and your inspirations, they take time. It takes time to build a business. It takes time to accomplish a goal. It takes time and patience to make your dreams and goals come true. That was a big lesson for me this year. I thought getting out of school, coaching school, and opening my healing center, I would have back-to-back clients. Newsflash. No, that's not how it works. It takes patience. It takes time. It takes consistency. So some plants grow faster than others, which is true. I have a lot of flowers popping up right now. My pumpkins are actually doing crazy good. People who have dreams and goals, they might succeed faster than you. People you know, their goals and dreams, they might happen quicker than yours. But that doesn't mean you're not on the right track. That just means you need more patience, consistency, and keep on going. You can't compare yourself. Comparison kills joy and the growth. You have to trust the divine timing. The divine timing is everything because it is going to happen. If the idea was there, it's going to happen. Just because you can't see growth doesn't mean it's not happening. That is what I'm going through right now. I have put so much work behind the scenes and I'm continuing to do it and I love doing it. And I'm not seeing many results. But I know it's happening. I feel it. And I know with consistency, it will happen. 4, so adjusting when things die. Quote unquote, you have to learn from failure. Amen, amen. So when my whole garden got destroyed by aphids, I had to rip up everything. Kale, broccoli, everything. I ripped it all up and threw it in the garbage. I was so upset. But that didn't stop me. The next season came around. Same thing. Tilled the garden. Got it soil already. Planted the seeds. Watered them. Started over. Guess what? only like 2 things grew out of like $50 in seeds. That happens in your life. And that's what I learned. I could sit there and replant for things to just fail. And then I'm like, son of a biscuit, I got to go back in and redo it. That's how life is. I have an idea. I planted the seeds. It started to grow. Things didn't line right. Something happened. I failed. Well, try again. Or come up with another idea. And that's normally what happens. It's just a new idea aspires. And I keep going. Plants die like root rot, pests, wrong conditions. Life mirrors this through relationships, ideas, and plans. Failure is feedback. Y'all know about my friendships this year. And if you don't know, go back and listen to them because they are, what do they say? Something about tea. They spill the tea, I spill the tea. They're juicy drama, okay? I'm telling y'all I could have my own TV reality show. So if anybody knows producers, call me. Just follow me around. Shit goes crazy. So again, this is my 3rd time in the last year redoing my garden. And the 3rd time right now, I finally have herbs, flowers, pumpkins. My eggplants are growing back. Oh, my peppers, carrots, everything. Because I kept doing it. I said, it's going to happen. I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to tend to the garden better. I'm going to put the baskets over. I'm going to check the leaves every single day. I'm going to make sure there's no caterpillars eating my stuff because now I have experience from failure. So I know what to expect. You don't quit the garden. You learn to try again. Step 5, commitment over perfection. Showing up anyways. Some days I forget to water. Some seasons are harder than others, but growth comes from commitment. You return to yourself again and again because you have to. Nobody else is going to do it. You have to commit to yourself. Show up when nobody's looking. Show up when nobody's watching. Show up to yourself because it's about you. And you're doing this for you to succeed in life. Whether it's a small goal, a big goal, whatever you got, you have to show up for you. So I'm going to go through the 5 steps to water your own garden. 1, consistent action. 2, protect your energy. 3, patience and trust. 4, adjusting when things die. And 5, commitment over perfection. A little bonus here is really learning to reflect on your life. Looking back at your garden. Looking back and reflecting on this year. Especially at the end of each year, really just sit back and say, wow, what a year I went through. All the lessons, all the failures, all the wins. I did it. And look back without judgment. Don't judge yourself like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. But reflect on how far you've come and learn what you've grown from and what you can in the next year. I ended up, I was trying to find a photo to post through my Facebook, and I ended up going down memory lane. 15 years down memory lane. And a part of it is because those 15 years are all the friends that I closed the doors to this summer, that I shed. And that was hard to go through. But you know what happened was gratitude. Every person I seen on there. Gratitude, love, and just I felt at peace with every single photo of the people on there for the last 15 years, the ones that even hurt me the most. Because everybody here is placed in your life for a reason. And I forgave. I forgave myself. I forgave them. Because we're all human. We're all essentially trying to do the same thing, survive, love, be in happiness. And sometimes we hurt other people because we're hurt. It's usually how it works. Because hurt people hurt people. Happy people don't hurt people. So when I look back at these photos, all I see was them hurting. They're not fulfilled on the inside. And so what do? They try to destroy your life. They lie. They deceive. I had one person literally try to take my life twice. Weird. It's what hurt people do. And is it right? No. Is it wrong? Yes. But does it happen all the time? It happens all the time. But you learn to put boundaries up. You learn to notice the red flags. And you learn to say, I'm good. Keep your distance. Politely say, I don't need any more friends, which I've done a lot this year, which I'm going to open myself up more next year. But this year was a lot of shedding and a processing. And I needed to just I couldn't accept any more friendships. I was traumatized, especially by women, because a lot of women are snakes, unfortunately. A keynote is sometimes you are the lesson in their life, and sometimes they are the lesson in your life, and that's okay. So when I was going through the photos, I was just tearing up, forgiving, gratitude, just acknowledging the love that we shared as friends. The family, we were like a tight family. And I'm so thankful that I got to experience that, because a lot of people don't even ever get to experience having such close friends that you're like family. So I appreciate my 20s and the friendships that I had, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it's made me who I am today. And when it was good, it was great. And I won't take those memories back. I loved every single minute of it. I had a wild 20s, an intense decade. And I am thankful. And I feel grounded. And I am so excited with full intentions on my next decade. And the truth is, my garden looks different now. It's thriving. And it's going to be an amazing next decade. So I invite y'all to reflect. Reflect on this last year. What did you learn? Have you been tending to your garden? Will you tend to your garden in 2026? Who helped shape you this year or the past years? What lessons are you ready to release? Drop them in the comments. Tell me what you went through this year. Tell me how you water your garden. Give me some tips on how to tend my garden better. I'm always open. I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow. That's what life is. Because when you reflect with compassion, you water your garden in a way that allows new life to grow. And the more I have compassion for myself and others, and I forgive myself and others, and I open myself up to a higher vibrational frequency and new opportunities, wow, that is literally the codes to break the matrix, to blast through and achieve anything you want. So the affirmation I'm going to end on today: I honor every season of my life. I trust my growth, my timing, and my path. As I tend to my inner garden with patience and love, I allow myself to thrive. And with much love, have a beautiful day.